Nigeria cannot catch a break. So just yesterday here, we received a lot of bombarding from USA, Canada, UAE on travel issues. A lot of bombardment. It seems like Donald Trump is about to really deal with some African countries that are in support of these BRICS. Let us be honest. This whole thing is coming because of BRICS, not because of anything. Because Trump said, if dollar is not dominating the market, if the dollar is not dominating the market, USA is gone. So he's going to do whatever it takes to make sure the dollar is still the power head. So I believe that's the reason why in such a short period of time, the USA bombarded Nigeria with new visa rule. Canada followed up, and UAE also did the same. Let's be honest. This is a calculated attack. A calculated attack, not just to Nigeria, but me, I'm specific about Nigeria. They also did it to other Africa countries as well, and other people who are in support of BRICS. Let's listen to Donald Trump, what he had to say about that dollar. He said, without the dollar dominating,
as the world currency, I think that if we lost the dollar as the world currency, I think that would be the equivalent of losing a war. That would make us a third world country, and we can't let it happen. So I use sanctions very powerfully against countries that deserve it, and then I take them off. Because look, you're losing Iran, you're losing Russia. China is out there trying to get their currency to be the dominant currency, as you know better than anybody. All of these things are happening. You're losing so many countries because there's so much conflict with all of these countries that you're going to lose that, and we can't lose that. So I want to use sanctions.
So you listen to him, you want to use sanctions to deal with those countries. But then again, they forget the original issues. No, many people love the United States of America. But then again, can they be trusted ally? Because they are the world police. But can they be just while policing the world? And can they stand for justice? Because a lot of countries feel like this is not justice anymore. United States of America is preferring some region more than other regions instead of them to be fair with their judgments. That is why they are seeking alternative. BRICS is coming up all because of the United States of America. If the United States of America was fair, I don't think there will be any need for BRICS, because BRICS is giving an alternative to the United States of America. That is exactly what BRICS is here for. And the USA sees it as a threat. That's why it's coming for all the nations who are involved in BRICS. I do not think sanction might do, but I do not think it's a long game. It's going to play the long game with that sanctions. But then again, what is Nigeria facing currently? Nigeria is facing a lot, because yesterday the Canada hit us with some visa restriction. The USA also hit us with some visa restriction. And the UAE also hit us with some visa restriction. Now UAE pay me pass. Dubai Islam fresh visa restriction on Nigeria. Under 45 tourists cannot travel solo. That means if you dey 18 to 45 years old, you cannot travel solo. You cannot travel solo again. 18 to 45 years. You cannot travel solo. And your movement is restricted. That is to say, possibility. If you are not more than 45 years old, there's high possibility that your visa will be denied for tourists. High possibility. And you must have more than 10,000 US dollars in your account just sitting there. And also your booking, your flight ticket and everything. Can you imagine the restriction? That is to say, if I no get any level, I must get to the age of 50 or 46 before ever traveling to Dubai. Okay. We need to build Nigeria. They say the federal government react to the decision of the United States of America to impose tighter visa restriction on Nigerian citizens. Described the move as disproportionate, calling for reconsideration in the spirit of mutual respect and collaboration. But the USA, in fact, we have a picture here where Minister of Interior went to visit the ambassador to the to the to the United States of America. So the Nigerian Minister of Interior on Wednesday held a meeting in Abuja with the United States Ambassador to Nigeria, Richard, to address the recent changes introduced by the United States government to ease visa policy for Nigerian nations. Canada have increased their bank draft, the amount of money that will be in your account, to 17 million naira. If you no get 17 million naira lying in your account, you cannot travel. Those people may get money. Canada, let's check it. Canada, Nigeria. So all those things, they are calculated attacks. I won't call it, you might not call it attack, but they are well calculated. They are well calculated. They say Canada increased minimum proof of fund to 17 million for immigrants. Don't forget, the UK will also impose their own soon. They will also impose their own soon. Other country supporting the United States of America will also impose their own very, very, very soon. Very, very soon. So I heard that the Nigeria want to eat back. They say the federal government pushes back as USA, UAE tighten visa rule. According to the Minister of Foreign Affairs said, we are assessing the new policy and its necessary implication. The government will respond soon after due consultation with relevant stakeholders. Okay, guys, let's see what will happen. But we are currently receiving a beating. And I'm sure it's about BRICS. I'm really, really sure it's about BRICS. It's about BRICS. Really, really, really sure it's about BRICS, guys. But then again, it is what it is. This is the statement from the government. From the government when it comes to the USA new visa restrictions. Well, and meanwhile, some African leaders met with Donald Trump recently, and I am tempted to ask a question. How do you guys feel about this photo of Donald Trump sitting in the middle while African leaders stand behind Donald Trump? How do you guys feel about these photos? You know what? I really need to check some comments from Nigerians. Let me check some. Okay, nobody is even talking about the photo. They are just talking about Nigerian. We are talking about Nigerian. Some Nigerians are talking about Nigerians not being part of this photo. I really feel somehow about this particular photo. It makes me It makes me feel somehow, guys. Make me feel somehow. They stood there like bodyguards. It makes me feel somehow. They stood there like bodyguards. But then again, it is what it is. This is the Senegal president. Someone said, young or old, just useless. Well, for the record, Donald Trump has never visited Africa as president. Let that sink. Okay, guys, let me know exactly how you feel about that photo. I feel somehow, but nowadays, our freedom of speech has been reduced by the United States of America in a way that if you talk against the United States of America, you will not ever have the chance to ever dream of going to the United States of America. Never again. And USA, according, is the land of opportunity. Well, hopefully, we will all travel around the world, not because of looking at the world as some place that we want to relocate to, but in the sense of visiting our neighbors and knowing how they are living and they're coming back to our land. That is how I see myself traveling the world. The reason why I want to travel the world one day. Understand? Going around and seeing how they are living and also be with them a little, then come back home. But not to just relocate from our land. Okay, guys, bye.